how many scoring chances did we create, I felt there was a lot of them. I felt there was, you know, if you want to go tit for tat, I mean, Kelvin misses on the set piece that Nico delivers in the 8th or 9th or 10th minute, I don't know, and then they go down and, you know, their guy puts it in. So 2 high quality chances, one team puts theirs away, the other one doesn't. Funny game in the sense that, you know, I just don't know if we could have manufactured more quality chances. It's just, you know, today we didn't put them in the back of the net. The third goal, you know, second goal, bit of a scramble. First goal, credit to them. You know, we know Atuesta's good on taking set pieces. But the last couple of goals, Jeremiah, I mean, yeah, maybe we could have done better. I'll have to really digest the film, but we were obviously pressing, trying to get an equalizer. So, you know, sometimes that happens.
Next question to Jada Evans at Seattle Times. Jada, go ahead and bring yourself off mute. You can ask your question.
Hi, Coach. Wanted to ask, as far as the injuries to Mark Anthony, and then again, I mean, they have another. How much did you? How much? Or did anything change there when they had 2 players go off so early?
Nope, didn't change anything at all, Jada. We kept playing. Doesn't matter who they put out there. They still play 4-3-3. So, you know, we continue to try and play and do what we do.
Next question will go to Alonso Contreras. And a reminder as we go to Alonso, if you have a question, please hit the button at the bottom of your screen. Alonso, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Tough loss. You have like 19 shots compared to 11 with LAFC. What was the intention of Sabina lure them and put it Roman Torres?
Well, that was a tactical change to actually go into a 3-5-2. And, you know, Nuhu had pushed higher up the field. Alex had pushed higher up the field. And it was a little bit of a risk because, you know, we're playing 3 center backs against 3 forwards. So, you know, I can hold my hand up and see if the third goal was because of that. But we wanted to get Jordan Morris to play next to Will Bruin and, you know, Nico, Christian, and JP in the middle of the field. A lot of people associate, you know, when you bring another center back on that you're playing a defensive formation. But, you know, that's not always necessarily the case. A 3-5-2 is actually a very attack-minded formation. You know, I thought Nuhu did okay. I thought Alex did okay out on the wing channels. You know, like you said, we created a lot of chances.
Next question will go to Felipe Maqueda from El Rey 1360 AM. Felipe, go ahead and unmute your line and ask your question.
Coach, what similarities do you find between this game and the game against Real Salt Lake? And if you were talking about the quality on the last touch, do you think this is because it's a mental thing or is a technical thing that is lacking, the forwards are lacking on?
Felipe, it's a great question. I wish I knew. Because it wasn't just the final action. You know, I mean, we had a lot of chances. You know, a lot of guys were able to, you know, find openings to shoot and, you know, all of the 18 shots. But even farther back in the field, there were so many times when we pressed LAFC higher up the field, we rewarded ourselves with a transition moment, and then we weren't able to find that pass. We weren't able to find Jordan in behind, or, you know, starting our transition sequences with, you know, a pass that breaks their line of pressure. I thought there was a lot of individual plays that our team could have done better. And I don't know if that's, you know, they were overconfident, not confident, you know, just the way the game was, injuries, funny game. You know, I don't know. I wish I had an answer for that, but we'll certainly, you know, as a coaching staff, go over the film and try and give them the tools to be successful.
Thank you.
Nico Moreno, you have the next question. Go ahead and unmute your line and ask your question. Thanks.
Hey, Brian, my question was similar, so I'll try to rephrase it. In terms of the way you prepared the game and the way it played out, was there anything in particular that perhaps LAFC did different that kind of made it not work or have to change, or did the early goal maybe affect part of that?
No, look, we had a couple of really clear chances to come in halftime at 1-1. You know, Kelvin, maybe could have scored on Nico's corner free kick in the 9th minute. We had some of those transition moments early in the first half where I thought we won possession of the ball and we just weren't our normal effective self. You know, then you go into the second half, Nico, and after they score the second goal, sometimes you do some things. The team gets a little desperate. They play a little tighter. But even then, I mean, Nico's goal was unbelievable. It brings us back in the game 2-1. You could kind of see the team kind of building some confidence. And then, you know, Jordan breakaway, some other half chances, and we just can't find the 2-2. And they end up scoring 3-1.
And what were your overall thoughts on the defensive performance today? It seemed like there were perhaps moments that maybe miscommunication or things that didn't go quite well. I just kind of wanted to know your overall thoughts on the back line, not full defensive, because, you know, we talk defense from, you know, forwards to back, but just particularly the back line.
Well, again, I mean, look, Kelvin will hold up his hand on the first goal. You know, I thought Bradley Phillips sometimes, you know, was able to get some balls in the middle of the field coming off the back line, and maybe we could have been a little tighter. I mean, really, I really didn't feel that concerned. I didn't think that things were going that poorly, but yet we found ourselves down 2-0. So in order to give you a more nuanced thing, ask me later in the week when I have a chance to digest the film, and I can give you a little bit more reason. But what I felt during the course of the game, that it wasn't that bad. I mean, they scored the free kick goal, and then, you know, I thought we were okay.
Sure, we're good. Thank you.
We'll take a couple more guys and then get Brian on his way for travel home. Next question, we'll go to Rachel Krieger again. Rachel, go ahead and bring your line off mute and ask a question.
Hi, Coach. I hope you're well. I know you just said right there that you have to, you know, go over the film and take a look at everything more closely and clearly. But on that third goal, it looked like there was a lot happening with a potential offside call and then the collision with Ymar and Latif Blessing. So just, you know, coming right off of the game, what was your reaction to that whole sequence and whatnot?
Well, the reaction on the whole sequence is normally again, and I'll take responsibility for that. When I brought Roman out there was some risk involved to play 3 center backs against 3 forwards. And the ball came in from a deeper position on the field. You know, was Ymar in tune with, you know, Shane and Roman? Should no pressure on the ball? Should you drop? I mean, those are some things that players on the field have to make those decisions in real time. I mean, Steph made an unbelievable save, and then it's just reactions. You know, to your point, actually, it leads me into, you know, one of the notes that I had at halftime was, you know, they were picking up the second ball, the loose pieces, some of the duels won, you know, which is one of my favorite stats. I felt like, you know, during the course of the game, they picked up some of those pieces and it helped them in the game.
Go to Jason Mitchell next. Jason, go ahead and unmute your line. You're good to go.
Coach, you guys haven't given up many goals since the return to league play. But 2 of the goals you allowed today came, I believe, after pretty long stoppages in play. Back in early September, you guys gave up a goal to Portland after a long break for that Sebastian Blanco ACL injury. Is that a coincidence, or are extended pauses maybe causing a lapse in concentration?
Well, I hope it's not. Thank you for tuning me into that. I'll take a look at that. It's good observation. Normally when those stoppages happen, teams, players, you know, they lose a little focus. So I'll certainly talk to those guys, see what they think. But again, you know, I hate to repeat myself, but that first goal was just a Tuesta. It was a quality service. Kelvin, you know, needs to stay with his guy. You know, the second goal and third goal, I think, were just, you know, ball bouncing for them. They were a little sharper. They picked up the loose pieces. But I'll certainly look at that.
Thanks, Coach. Safe trip.
Do two more, Mickey Turner and then Jada Evans. Looks like you have a follow-up. So, Mickey, why don't you go first? Bring your line off mute.
Thanks, Coach. Just curious about the substitutions. Obviously, bringing Nuhu and Alex off on early. You have some other attacking options off the bench. Just wanted to know what your kind of thought was about bringing them in as opposed to some of your more attacking options off the bench.
Well, Brad was never going to be 90 minutes fit. It was his first run out, and I don't know how long, his first start. If you're talking about why I put Alex Roldan up a line first to start, Alex is a very good crosser of the ball. And you guys have seen that when he's come on, and we still had Will Bruin in the game. So I was hoping that we could get some, you know, quality crosses in from Alex and Kelvin on that side. Nuhu gave us some energy on the left-hand side with his, you know, overlapping movements. So that was the reason for those two first subs.
Thanks again, Brian. And then the last question, we'll go to Jada Evans to close us out. Jada, go ahead and unmute your line.
Okay, thanks. I just wanted to ask about the Colorado game they had to postpone to because of the positive test. I wanted to know if you had any communication regarding y'all's setup for Wednesday.
Jada, no, we obviously are aware of the situation, but I don't have any information, any good information, other than, you know, that's one of the things that, you know, many sports leagues are dealing with right now. And I'm sure the guys that are higher up the pay scale are making decisions whether that game is going to be played or not, or safety issues and all that. I know our doctors will look at it, our medical staff will look at it. So we'll tackle that when we're back in Seattle.